to my live. I've missed you guys. I've been gone for a minute. I haven't been on a live for a minute, so I'm back. How are you guys doing this afternoon, this Monday afternoon? Some of you guys might be at work. Some of you might be on your lunch break. Some of you might be off. Some of you might be retired, like me. So I wanted to say hello. God bless you. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. And more than you know, I don't always get to say it, but I'm saying it today. Thank you. Thank you for always being here for me. So it is, what are we doing today? Okay. So it's Monday. It's calm out there right now. My name is Trina. I am 57. I am retired. What do I do all day? Okay, so I mow the lawn sometimes when it needs to be mowed. What else? I try to get a little exercise in, like some dancing and whatnot, some cooking here and there. And I'm going to go to Hawaii next month. Well, not next month, next month. More like September. I was trying to go next month because I wanted to go when everybody went back to school, so that while my ex co-workers were in school, I can say bon voyage. This is what I'm doing now. This is life after retirement. No more working. No more disrespecting students that I had to deal with. None of those anymore. You know what they say? Happy life, happy wife. So I'm here. How are you guys doing today? What's going on with you? Again, thank you for coming to my live. Thank you for your full support. I appreciate you guys more than you know. This is not easy. Is that Jimmy? Oh, hi, Jimmy. Hi, Jimmy. How are you doing? What's going on with you, Jimmy? I'm not doing much. Just happy to be off today. Just happy, you know. So trying to get used to this retirement living. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do. Who else is there? Remus. Hi, Remus. Is that Remus? Hi, how are you doing? Jeff? Oh, I'm sorry. Jeff's YouTube. Hi, Jeff's YouTube. How are you doing today? Let me see who else is there. Jimmy, you said doing well, looking at a beautiful one. Oh, thank you. Thanks. And we have, is that Mila? Hi, you're so pretty, diva. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm not quite the diva, but I appreciate the compliment. Yeah, so I'm not really getting into anything. It's hot out there. Kaya. Hi, Kaya. Thank you. Thank you, Jimmy. How are you guys doing today? What's going on with you guys? Since you guys are here, can you guys go on and like the live for me? Please. Thank you. Thanks. Polka Official. Hi, how are you doing? And then there is a symbol in purple. I'm not sure what it says, but hi, how are you? Kaya says, hey, you said my, oh, I did? I said your name right? Oh, well, I mean, sometimes I miss, sometimes I get it though, but it looks pretty obvious, right? Kaya, it's a pretty name. I like your name. I guess people get it wrong sometimes, right? They want to put some extra syllables in there. But I got it. So what's going on with you guys today? Anybody just at home chillaxing? Anybody at home just relaxing, just taking in the day? Yeah, it's been hot here. So I'm here in Texas. I'm originally from California, and this weather, I must say, out here, I don't think I'll ever get used to it. So, anyways, yep, I'm just here. I had to go to this store called Brighton's to take my watch back. I had this really nice, only really nice watch piece, and it needed another battery. So unfortunately, every time I need a battery, I have to take it back to them, and then they send it off to California. I'm like, shoot, I was in California last week. Maybe I could have just dropped it off and got it fixed, because they can never put the back on there. And so sometimes I don't even want to give the watch to them. I just like will wear it until I just decide, okay, you need to go get it fixed. Oh, Kaya, you said, yeah, a lot of people say Kia. Oh, Kia. What? But thank you. Nothing much, just chilling. Okay. All right. So you just chilling? Yeah. I need to go work out, guys. I'm feeling it. I need to go work out, but it's so hot. Like, I don't see. The thing is, I can get out of my car and walk in the hot, hot parking lot to the gym. But then the gym is air conditioning. But I'm just procrastinating for no reason. No excuses. None. Hi, Tashana. Thank you. Thanks for the compliment. Tashana says she loves my glasses. Thank you, Tashana. I got them from Zelo. Yep, I sure did. I went on and got me two pairs because I liked them so much. So yeah, and you know what? I checked; they still had them. So if you do wear glasses, get online to Zelo, and they need to pay me for advertisement because I'm always advertising them. But yeah, you can just plug in your prescriptions that you have from your eye doctor, and it only takes like 2 weeks for them to come back. They put it in this nice box, and then you can get all these different things on there like transition. You can get scratch resistant. You can get like kind of, I forgot, but it's the equivalent of heavy duty glasses, so that if you're like rough on them, they make them kind of to last a little bit longer, more endurance. New Life Raw Evolution. Bye, New Life Raw Evolution. Bye. Have a nice day. God bless you. Goodbye. Okay, so anyways, moving right along. So again, I said my name is Trina. I recently retired, and I'm just at home. Like, people keep telling me that I'm gonna get bored. Bored? Me? Bored? Nah. Bored? Nah. I will find things to do. Like I said, I can always go work out. I do yard work. I do cooking from time to time. So I'm good. I am so good right now. Do I miss it? No, absolutely not. I don't miss it. I don't miss getting up, going to work in the morning and dealing with the kids. But one thing I do miss, I'll tell you this. So my granddaughter was asking me, oh, Mark 30. Hi, Colton. Mark 30 says, how do you keep the energy to post on YouTube? How? Um, it's just something that I like to do. I just like entertaining, and I just like doing it. Now, some people like it, some people don't. But I do it mostly like for exercise and just to stay relevant. It's just something that I like to do. And it's easier to do it to a YouTube audience opposed to doing it to a real live stream audience. So that's just what I do. Who else is here? Thank you. There's someone from Charlie from Turkey. Hi, how are you doing, Charlie? How are you today? Hi, Archer. Oh, thank you. Archer says the glasses are looking sharp on me. Thank you. Like I said, I got them from Zulu. But you know what? They don't, I guess you have to like try them on. Like they have like this virtual try on, because if your face is not shaped for them, they're not always going to look good, right? So I have this kind of like narrow face here. I think more of a rounded face, maybe. I don't know. But you have to try it on. You got to try them on. And then I think because they're a little bit bigger than my face, it makes it look a little bit better. If you feel me. Iron Forest, how are you doing? No, I'm not a doctor, Archer. No, I retired from education, though. Plant-based black man. From a purely objective scientific standpoint, tarot cards don't possess inherent predictive or power or magical abilities. Okay. Okay. Um, Turkey is so hot. Yes. I know. I know. Hey, tell me this. Can it get like as hot as 141 degrees out there? Because I remember somebody telling me that before. Is that true? Like it can be like 140 degrees. Now that's hot. But I think that being from there, you like build up a tolerance for it? Like, I don't know. I just, whew, when we get to 100 out here in Texas, I go and get the mail, and I'm just like, oh, I gotta get in here. And I get outside at 6:30 in the morning in the AM to mow the lawn because I can't. But I'm guessing if you are out there in Turkey and you've kind of been used to the temperature and the climate, you can kind of deal with it a little bit better. Is that the case? Thank you, Archer. Thanks. Archer said, "You're very gorgeous." Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate the compliment. Oh, okay. So you said okay, when you went out there, plant based black man, you said you visited Turkey like 2 years ago. Did you go during the hot times, or does it get cold out there? Or how was it when you went out there? Was it hot? Tell me. Oh, thank you. My necklace, Archer. Yeah, I'm sensitive to certain metals. So I can wear sterling silver and I can wear gold. But anything else, like the costume jewelry that they make that they may say is silver, like I bought some really nice, expensive pieces from this place. I don't want to say their name. But, anyways, earlier I was talking about where I dropped my watch off. So that's the name of the place. But they said that the necklace is made out of silver. And I guess, is it sterling silver or does it just look silver or what? But, anyways, I have some really nice pieces and they were expensive. So I put them on and I can feel it. It's like I know they're not real. I know it. So, you know what I do? This might help some of you guys. Like sometimes I just want to wear them. So I just have to go get some what is it called? I'm trying to think. It's for allergies. And I just kind of like put it around my neckline and then I'll wear it for a moment, maybe take pictures in it, maybe like an hour or so. Then I take it off. And it's really messed up because I can't get my money back on them, but I really like them. I like the pieces and I spent a lot of money for them. So they're pieces like this. I got these there too, but it doesn't do anything to my arm. It's just my neck. And then the earrings, I got the earrings from the same place. So the earrings match this bracelet right here, if you guys can see the bracelet. And then I have a necklace that has a little heart on it with these same stones. I paid a lot of money for this. A whole lot of money, like a couple of hundreds for it, right? And sure enough, within maybe a couple of weeks of wearing it, I noticed. And I don't think that I don't think I can take it back. I wish they had like a trade in so I could trade it in and maybe get a purse or something, you know? But what a waste. Oh, who's this talking? He says, oh my goodness, hello, the crown, my head. Hello, the crown of my. I don't know what you mean by that. Yes. Oh, Archer, you said you have terrible allergies as well. Do you have allergies to like metals, or is it just to different things? Because it's like it's such a bummer, you know. Thank you. So where am I at? Oh, do you mean like where am I at in the house, or like where am I at my location, geographical location? Are you talking about that? Because I'm in the state of Texas. I'm in, I call this my Chanel room because I have a lot of Chanel inspired things in here. So um, I'm a big fanatic for Chanel. So I like Chanel pictures, Chanel perfume, Chanel artifacts. And most of the artifacts that are in here, I made them. I did. Yep. So I'm pretty talented when I want to be, when I want to save some money. Yes, Mike. I'm actually off for life because I retired in May. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, I just can't wait until the day it's time to go back to school for everybody. I cannot wait. I don't mean to rub it in, guys, but you know, I'm 57 years old. So I earned it. But yes, I just cannot wait. So when I do see my friends, my fine feathered friends, little ones going to school, I'm going to say good morning. Have a good day. Good morning. Make sure you get your education. Make sure that you pay attention and you respect those teachers out there because they really need that. That's what I'm going to tell them. And I know that I'm probably going to go back and make a cameo appearance at my school and go visit and say hello. But I gotta wait. I can't start there like the month that school starts, right? I can't do that. I think I'm gonna like wait maybe about a month's time and then I'll go and say hello to everybody because they keep telling me, like the staff keeps telling me, you're gonna come back. Yeah, you're gonna come back because you're gonna be bored. You're gonna want some more money. You're gonna come. You're gonna sub. I'm like, no, I'm not. No, Javier. Hi, Javier. Thank you for liking the live. Jimmy Jenkins. You say, hey there, gorgeous. How are you doing? You're looking amazing. Thank you. Can you guys like my live? Because I know there's more than 70 of you guys on here. So this is what you do. You just go to the screen. You go up to the top. You hit that button. And then it's going to bring you down. You'll see the other button that has a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Thank you. RM. You said in your house. You're in your house right now? Is that what you're saying? Um, River, but yeah, I don't see. Do you like what's your favorite bag of Chanel? Oh, I have I only have one, two, three Chanel bags. I only have three. I have a lot of Chanel perfume because I like Chanel perfumes. I like them all. And I have like little pictures and things that I've made. Like here's one right here. This here and up there. I'll show you guys. Let me show you some things. Okay. Let me show you. Okay, so Do you see up there the ones that kind of look like, they look like Chanel bottles and they're made out of picture frames. So I made those out of picture frames. Yes, I went to Dollar Tree and I got picture frames and then I got some of the little gems and I put that in there. And then this little fine piece here. Now this right here, this was like my prize right here. Like, so I only went to Hobby Lobby. I got a lot of like those gems and I got these wreaths. They're like little circle wreaths that you can get from Dollar Tree. I cut them with some wire cutters and then I took a hot glue gun and let me see if I can turn it on. I'm gonna turn on one of the lights for you guys. Then I glued them all on there. Let me see. Cause I don't know if I don't know if I changed the batteries on here, but I'm gonna try. Let me try, guys. The batteries might not be changed, but I'll show you. Okay, that's one set. Okay, now the one, the two Chanel, the two C's there, right? They light up as well. Um, I can see if I can try to, cause it takes two hands. So let me do something right quick. Let me do something. I'll put it in this little stand here. Okay. Let me see if I can change it out for you guys. Uh, no, it's in the back. Okay. Okay, it's all the way back there. Let me go get it. Let me get it. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's it. Nothing really special, but at night, oh, it looks really nice at night. So, you see that? Can you guys see it? Yep. So I went and got that. And then those are little Chanel um perfume bottles. And then this picture right here. See, you can just do like simple things. Like you see this picture right here? This picture, it was just a regular picture. It didn't have that like Chanel symbol on the purse. And it didn't even have like on the bottle of perfume, it didn't have the Chanel um picture, the label. It didn't have the Chanel label. So I put that on there. And then I did this one as well. So this was just a regular picture. I put it in a really nice frame. And then I just kind of decorated it. And then I'll show you some other, these pictures here. I got these from Hobby Lobby. I have two of them on either side of my TV. Okay, let me show you another one. These are more. So here, see those little pink frames that have the Chanel symbols on them and they have the gems in there? Those were just regular picture frames. I put the gems in there. You can see them up close. You see there? I put those in there. And then this picture here, I got this from Hobby Lobby. Not really expensive. And this as well. So that's what I did. Okay, you like? Do you guys like? Okay. So I gotta go turn these lights back off right quick. Just a second. I'll be right with you. Just takes a minute to turn these off. So I can save my little battery. So I only turn them on when I have guests come over and they want to see what's going on in here. And then this room it doubles up as a guest bedroom. So it's a wall bed. If you watch my videos and you see me dancing or taking pictures in front of something that's white, it's a wall bed. So it lets down for guests so that when I have guests come over, they have somewhere to sleep. And I also just use it like as an office room. That's it. Okay, I'm back. Yep. So this room is I call it my Chanel room. I forgot to show you, like, I have a case over in a corner with purses, like nice purses. I forgot to show that to you guys. Hi, Bree Money Gang. How are you doing? I can't marry you because then I would be what would they call those people that are married, that's already married? Like a what is it? A bigot? What do they call them? I don't know. What do they call them? Monogamous. I don't know what the word is. I don't know. But anyways, no, I'm already married. I'm married, and I'm married to the man that I love. Okay, so I'm not available, but I do like your friendship on YouTube because I get a lot of like. There's a couple of gentlemen on here in particular, and they always like reference to me like they know me like beyond YouTube, and they don't really know me like that. And they know that because they know what this, yeah, Trina, I just can picture you and imagine us and this and that. And I'm just like, thank you for your support. I appreciate your support, but I am very married, okay? I'm not available. I'm not. But I thank you and I appreciate you guys. Um, So you're, oh my goodness, Bree Bree Money Gang. Your birthday is October 9th. That was my dad's birthday. Okay, I'm going to remember. I got to remember to send you a happy birthday, like comment or something on YouTube, okay? All right. Hi, Daryl. Oh, polygamy. Yes. Yes, polygamy. That's what it was. I was trying to say that. Thank you. Yep. Who else is there commenting? Okay. Murkash, let's see, official YouTube channel. Um, I can't read what you said. Hopefully, you said something nice. But hi, how are you doing? Zion, hi Zion. Who else is there? Let's see. And greetings to you, resilient queen. Thank you, Zion. Um, Resilient Queen is saying hi to everybody in the chat. So can you guys all say hi back to Resilient Queen? That's my friend. She's like my friend, like I know her like from YouTube. And we've kind of like become like good friends on here. That's what YouTube does. It brings people together. Yes, you're in the background. Thank you. Thank you for being there because you're here. So if you just see anybody get out of line, thank you. Hi, Terrell. What's everybody's birthday? So my birthday, you guys know, is in May. Well, I think you know. Um, it's May 9th. Baba Yaga, watching from Texas. We're neighbors. Hi, how are you? GT. Hi, how are you doing? GT floppy disk. How are you doing today? I'm trying to catch up with all the comments because you know I was over here talking for a minute. So Daryl Evans, your birthday is 10/19. Well, we got a lot. We got a couple of October birthdays. Okay, so you got a birthday coming up. And Tyrell, you say your birthday is the same as your daughter's? Wow. So my daughter's is 2 days after mine. Who else is there? Oh, do you ram? Are you saying Instagram? Is that what you're saying? Insta? Is that what you're saying? I do have an Instagram account, guys. It's the same channel as my YouTube. It's Trina 90262. So if you care to follow me there, you can do that as well, and I will do the same for you. Thank you, GT floppy disk. Thank you. I have to start wearing my clothes, you guys, because my clothes are just in the closet and I'm not doing anything with them. And I love to dress, but since I'm not working anymore, I just have to. So I'm going to start using my clothes. I'm just going to start putting, like, I might as well do the videos in my clothes, right? That I have. Because I've been like within the same size for the same 20 years. With a couple of pounds more, but I can pretty much wear the same clothing. Oh, oh, your daughter is the same as mine. Her birthday, okay, May 9th. Okay, all right. Okay, you said you remember you have to. Okay, go on and work on your course. Go ahead, go do that. Okay, you do that. You take care of that. Let me bring this down a little bit more. Okay, wait. I'm trying to adjust my camera, you guys. All right. I don't know. Sometimes this angle just makes me look kind of like one time I was outside, you guys, and I looked at my video afterwards, and it kind of made me look a little bit bigger than I wanted to look, you know? I mean, I know the camera sees what the camera sees, but it wasn't seeing the right thing that night. So um, I got more time. Yes, I have more time to do what I need to do and what I want to do, right? Hi, William. But anyways, so what am I getting into? I'm not really getting into much of nothing. I'm just gonna be no, his name is Floppy. Oh, Floppy Diskette. And I was remembering the days I had to use it. Okay. Oh, yes. I remember when you guys remember that too? I remember when they just changed so much with technology. Remember we had the floppy disk that you would put into the computer and you would save all of your important information. And then I was, I'm always late. So everybody moves on to other stuff and I'm always like a day late and a dollar short. So anyways, then they started going to that little it's a little, what's it called? That you put inside the USB, whatever that was. And you save information on that. I have a lot of information saved on that. And so then they started going to the cloud. So now they're putting things on the cloud. What's next? I mean, but the cloud, you can lose all that information, right? So I remember they had this little machine that you can back up all of your things from your computer and your phone. But then who keeps up with that? Who's really keeping up with that? Thumb drive, yes. Thumb drive. They've just had so much technology to replace technology. You said that you think it's more convenient, but I think there are limitations of human invention of how far. Yes, you were so right. And you know what? The other day, they're just really getting carried away with these robots too, right? So I was watching some video, it was on YouTube. Was it YouTube? No, I'm sorry. It was on Instagram. And this man was marrying a robot. He went into like kissing the robot. The robot was a pretty face here, but she had like a metal thing around her neck and she had her dress on. And I'm like, I don't know what's more silly, the people that came to the wedding or this man that married the robot. I just, it was, yeah, you're right, Tyrell. It was ridiculous. Have you seen it? It was just ridiculous. Hello, Alexandre. Is that Alexandre? I think it's Alexandre. How are you doing? How are you today? Thank you. Thanks for coming to my live. But yeah, I saw that. They have they have robots now. People can marry and have relationships with robots. So I guess what they do is they put the information in there, the database that makes them have human-like characteristics, and then you're just having a relationship with a robot. Really? My goodness. Hi, Pete. Is it Pete? Did I pronounce it right? Hi, how are you doing? Thank you for coming to my live. Yes, a robot, William, is not a real person. So what are they doing with this? Technology is just like it's just going too far. Like it really is. And I'm always, like I said, I'm always a couple of steps behind. And it's hard for me to catch up. Like, and they keep getting more innovative. And I mean, I get that we need to keep up with the times and, there's always room for improvement. But for us people that are getting older, I mean, and then all the passwords upon passwords upon passwords, and then the all the different, like on your phone. I don't know if you have on your phone where now you have to have like a two-step verification process now, and then they ask you a couple of different questions, and it's just I don't know. It's just, and then they don't want you to write it down. You write it down, somebody finds your information. Hi, Celia. Thank you, Celia. Celia is also one of my neighbors too here in Texas. So thank you, Celia. I appreciate you, hon. Thank you. Hi, Clarence. How are you? Um, he says, "Good afternoon, beautiful lady. How are you doing today?" Oh, hi, Cornbread. How are you? Yeah. I guess artist keeps coming on here, acting a little immature. Maybe I don't know because artists had to get timed out. Artists, come on, artists, come on. Tyrell, you said, yeah, I'm tired of all the, I know, trying to keep up with all the passwords. And then if you reuse any kind of combination of the password, they don't let you use it. It's like, I mean, because I was trying to get into my retirement information and I had to set up a password. And then the computer like timed out. And then I'm trying to get back in there, because it's information that I need to have. And this is just, it's just too much. It's just really too much. Like you're gonna, like, I don't know if any of you guys have already set up your password for your social security, because you have to have that set up, because I think they said if you didn't do it by a certain time, you weren't going to be able to do it. And so that you can go in there. I mean, and at my rate, at my age, even though I'm 57, by the time I get ready to draw social security that I've been paying into since I was 16 years old, by the way, they're probably not going to have any more. It's probably going to be depleted. So all that money, and then not to mention that when you do draw social security, you still got to pay taxes. So that's what I don't understand. Why are you paying taxes on top of taxes that they took out before you retired? Like, it makes no sense to me. Like, it just really doesn't. Um, Beautiful brunette, are you married? Which country are you talking from? Or, oh, you're Brazilian. Okay, I'm actually in the United States. And yes, I am married. Yes, I am happily married. I just do YouTube because I like it for entertainment purposes, but I'm not on here to like to pick up anybody, like to date anybody. It's just not, no. And you know what? A lot of people started out when social media came about, people were actually finding their life partners and their romances on social media. Well, I'm kind of like a late bloomer. Like I was telling you guys, I'm late to everything. So, me, I've only been on social media for a total of 3 years. Yes, I started in 2022, and it was my first time ever being on social media, because I was a little bit apprehensive about it, because I just would see people like going at it at each other, like I would see relationships breaking up. I would see bullies on there. I just saw a lot of stuff, and I just decided I didn't want to get on there. But I think I'm mature enough now to handle myself. So, like I said, I'm 57 and I can deal with it. But for the younger generation, I can see it being really stressful for you guys. I really can. Especially young teenagers, because people can be people can be so rude and mean and nasty sometimes on social media, and sometimes you gotta like give it a break. William, you said I think it is maybe just a luxury. What are we talking about? Are we talking about? I'm sorry, I forgot. I don't see what we were talking about, but I'll try to see if I can catch up. Yes. Yes. Okay, you're talking about like the new technology and the yes. It is like millions of updates like my phone. I don't know about you guys, but here lately, I think they've been doing an update on my phone like every month. Like I just did the update. I just did the update. And I'm about due for another phone, you guys. I need another phone. But I just don't I'm not ready to pay the thousands of dollars cuz see, I buy my phone. I don't like trading in my phone. I don't like the idea of using my phone, paying for it, and then trading it in to you guys so that I can get another phone. I just don't like that. So I'm a lifer, so I'll keep my phone for a long time. I'll just ride that phone till the wheels roll off. So yeah, that's what I do. My phone is like my phone is about 4 years old, and they say that at about every 2 years you need to update your phone, right? Get a new one. But I just feel like it's kind of like a money pit. Like you just keep buying phones and you keep buying them, and you're only going to have them for a certain amount of time, and then they charge you for the plan that you use, and then you got to change that password. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. Hi, LaShawn, how are you doing? Yes, guys, be respectful, please. Hi, Kelvin. Thank you, Kelvin. You said that I am good. Clarence or Cornbread said, I am good. Thank God for life. That's, you know what? First and foremost, you are so right on that. Thank you. John Dillon, how are you doing? My name is Jay. Okay. Hi, Jay. And you said, what kind of water are you drinking? Um, is there a flavor for this regular water? Oh, this is raspberry hint water. So I really like the hint waters because I really don't like the drinking water as much, but with a hint of flavor, it just kind of makes it better for me. So I get all the different flavors of it. And I tried doing it myself. Like I tried to cut up some watermelon one time and put it in the water, but I just didn't get the same effect. So I just buy the water. But I will say this, I had the peach flavor. I didn't like it too much. Daryl Evans, I like you. I like you too. Don't let them get you down. Thank you. I don't, Oh, you said I'm still. Thank you, William. You said I'm still a young person. I try to be, but I try to be. So, but along with age comes with wisdom too. So I appreciate that. And that's like today. I was telling my husband, I said, don't worry about getting older because as you get older, it's a blessing. As you get older, it's a blessing that you're still here because there are a lot of people that die young. And so the older you get and you're still living, that is really good. Like I have a cousin, she's kind of like what would she be? Like a great, great cousin. And she is 96 years old. She's 96. And I feel like God has loved her and blessed her soul because she's still here. She still has her cognitive sense, you know. She can still talk to you. So I think that that's a great thing. So just keep living right and we get to live longer and older, and it's okay with getting old. It's okay. It's a blessing. A good friend of mine lives in the Dallas. Okay, in the Dallas area. So I'm in the Dallas area too. Yeah. It's nice out here. It's just, I'm originally from California, and it's kind of hard to leave and go to new places that you weren't really affiliated with when you were in your childhood days, you know? So when you're in your childhood days and you're just growing up to become an adult, that place kind of molds you into the person that you're going to become. Wouldn't you agree? So California kind of molded me in the way that I was the young lady that I am today. And then I up and moved to Texas, and I've been here since my 30s, and I'm here in my 50s, and I still haven't gotten used to it. I mean, it's okay. The cost of living here was easier than it was in California because it was really challenging to acquire anything. But now we have a lot of California transplants moving here and New York transplants moving here and other expensive places, states moving here. So our cost of living is starting to go up. Yes. Yeah, Alex, Alexandre, is that? Or Alexandre? I'm going to say Alexandre. You said that I would like to be able to understand a little, but I'm in love with English and its style, but I don't understand. That's right. I remember talking to you one time before. You said you were just learning how to speak English, right? You're doing pretty good. You're doing good. Just keep up the good work. You're actually doing pretty good. I mean, you can have a whole conversation like you can type a whole paragraph, and you're doing pretty good. So I'm trying to brush up on some of my other language skills. Like I learned that there's a difference in Portuguese and Spanish language. Like it's a difference. So I have a couple of people on here that subscribe to my channel that are Portuguese, and I'm starting to get familiar with the language. So sometimes I can reply back to them and I know the wording, you know. Like I remember that the word tambam means also, and in Spanish it's tambien. So also what other word did I learn? I learned let me see, for abrigada. Abrigada, is that it? That means thank you. So I'm learning a couple of words, you know, I'm trying. Yes, I've been here a long time, William. Um, since I guess about 20 years now. Yes, I've been here in this long state of Texas. Yep, I have. But like I said, when you're born and raised in another state and you move to another one as an adult, it's really hard to get accustomed to the state. You know, it's really hard. That's like moving to another country. It's really hard. So, Tyrell, you said that's actually good that you haven't been on for that long. Okay. And there's a lot of bots, a lot more bots or AI and people pretending to be one. Yes. Yes, and did you guys hear or did you guys see that they have like AI content creators? Like you might think you're actually talking to somebody, or you see they're actually doing lives too. They're doing lives, they're doing videos. Like you don't even know, like I've seen like a lot of like gorgeous ladies that look so beautiful, like they're perfect everything looks perfect and they're dancing and everything. And then I find out that they're not even real, they're AI. I said, no wonder they could do those dance moves so perfect. Not all of them, I'm just saying, some of them. And I was watching a video. I was watching a video that was showing you how to tell that somebody is AI. And I guess you have to, like, when you do the video, you have to select on there that you're not doing anything that is not real, or if you are AI, you have to put that on there. You have to put that disclosure. But who sees that disclosure? Because when you're watching videos, is there a disclosure on the video that says this person is AI? You know, this person is a robot. I don't know. You know, Tyrell, you said, yeah, bullying is definitely different now compared to when I was growing up before. Yes, I know. I know. Let me catch up with some of you guys' comments. I'm so far behind. I'm sorry. Um I'm so sorry. Let me get caught up. I'm gonna have to pass up some of these messages. I'm so sorry. Let's see. GT, you said that yes, a new batteries are dangerous. They are like liquid juice packs ready to burn. I know, like they said the other day, this plane caught on fire because probably because of somebody's battery. You know, like William Alva says, young people like you still can do different things, specifically with technology. Ah, I'm not always great on technology. I mean, I can do a little something, something, but I'm not always great with it. Tyrell, you said, oh, thank you, GT, floppy disk, thank you. Tyrell, you said that me too. I'm from California, but I now live in Georgia. Been here since 2006. It took me 22 years to adjust to the South. Yes, you, Liz, Tyrell, do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand? Do you really understand? I'm telling you, you know, like it it takes a lot of adjustment because like the South is on a whole different wavelength. It's just a whole different, like the understanding, you know, it's just different. And I will admit, a lot of times I have to kind of like hold my tongue because, you know, where I come from, we just say what's on our mind when we want to say what's on our mind, and there's nobody takes it any kind of way. Here in the South, if you say things a certain kind of way, it could come off as being racist. It can come off as being that you are trying to put somebody down in a way, in a sense, or that you're trying to discount their feelings, or like you're it's just, I mean, it's just really different. It's just, it can be kind of obscure sometimes, but I don't know, I just had to just get here and just kind of like be quiet and just kind of get to know things and traditions and stuff like that. So, because I remember one time, yes, I remember, let me tell you this. So, one time, oh, finger ring, here it is. One time I was at work with this guy, and you know, they just say things that's kind of off color, or just they don't, you know, they say these things. And when he said this thing to me, we were watching, like, just say we were watching the monitors, because I used to work for a place where we watched the monitors all over the freeways and stuff. So this guy said, we were talking, having just a conversation, and he was talking about somebody that was in the media that did something wrong, that was either got arrested or something. And what he said to me was like, he said, you know what? They ought to hang him for that. And I was like, what did you say? He said, I said they ought to hang him for that. And I mean, but see, See, now he's from here and they talk like that. And that didn't really have any meaning. But to me, I was like, I don't really like that tone. I don't like what you said. I'm kind of offended by what you said. What do you mean they ought to hang them for that? You know, it's bad enough we're already here in the South and you're talking about they ought to hang them for that. You know, and I just, and he didn't see it as being, he didn't see it as being racially offensive to me. I saw it that way. I saw it. It was like, I peeped you. I see it. So, like I said, it's a bit of getting used to. And what I had to do is I had to just start kind of like speaking my mind to that person. I just really had to do it, you know. GT Floppy Dish, you said empathy and diversity never existed in their day. That's all. I guess, but I was like really like, cause he would make little remarks like that all the time. Like even like they were kind of remarks that you would male chauvinistic. Like if he didn't like the way a lady looked, instead of saying that she wasn't very attractive, he would say something like, "Oh God, she looked like she was ridden hard and put up wet." And I'm like, "I rode hard and put up wet." And I'm like, "What are you referring to? Are you talking about like an animal? What are you saying?" Because that just didn't, that sounded like it could be kind of like inappropriate. Or what are you saying? So he would say things like that, and ugh. Good manners. Tyrell says good manners is good, but it's more stress in the South. Yes. You have more people and deep into politics. That is so true. Um, but I guess all states have their pros and cons. That is true. But I was just raised on Western cuz yes, same here. But yeah, cuz I do notice that they talk about politics a lot. Like we were always talking about politics, and this was at a job. I'm not talking about where I just retired from. This was before there. And I remember I was there when Obama was running for president, and I was so scared during that time because I didn't know how the people at my job were going to react. And this was because, okay, I come from a state where we were very diverse. Some of your best friends were of other nationalities and races, and it was like one big melting pot in California. So then when I come to the South, it's like divided. And what I don't understand the division is they divide black and white. But there are other races here. Like, I mean, but why is the big emphasis on the division of black and white? I never really understood that. I just, you know, um, and then I didn't understand being promoted over based on the color of my skin. I didn't understand that. But here everybody kind of like accepted it. It was like the way of life. So I don't know. But I had to get used to it. The last years of my work experience has been in education, and I've been working in an area that is in a Title I area where there are kids in the area they're less fortunate. And I think for that reason, I mean, I kind of I did well there because I have a lot of empathy and I have a lot of understanding, and I'm really genuinely a kind, giving person. And so it was easy for me to settle into that type of environment. But I am happy that I got to retire. I am so happy. Like I am. And if any of you guys are watching, like some of the people that work with me, because I have a couple of the followers that work with me, I love you guys, but I am so glad that I don't have to see you next year. I love you, but I'm so glad that I retired, okay? So all I can say to you guys is just keep on pushing. Keep pushing on. That's it. I have to be honest. I got to be honest, you know. So, but yeah, so what I was talking about earlier, my granddaughter had asked me, she said, what was I gonna be for Halloween? And normally around this time, I already have my costume picked out because I would do it for the kids. So I always had something that was going to be like a eye catching something because we had to do book characters, and they knew it every time I went in there. They already knew Miss. She's gonna do it. She's gonna come in here. Miss Trina's gonna come in here, and I would come in there, and I just do it. So that part I'm gonna miss. Um, Floppy disk says basically you still got youngins wanting to chase. And DJ Nasty, is that, did I say it right? Okay. You look good. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, Tyrell. Yes, you noticed that. Like when you were going to school, you have friends of all colors, right? And you guys got along. Like I had some of the best friends of different races. Even I remember when I was in junior high school, my my best friend in junior high school, she was white and she was from I think she was Jewish from New York. But we were like hand in hand, toe to toe, and we had so much in common, and we just loved each other for who we were. You know, we didn't see like black and white. We didn't see black or white. So it wasn't until I got here to the South that I was reminded that, like, I went to Greenville at first when I came out here, and they said, "You're a different kind of color girl." I guess it was because of the way that I talked. You're a different. I mean, you're And I was like, what do you mean by that? You know, you're just different. Well, it was probably because I was from a different place and I had just moved here. So that was probably it. Um, Josh, you said, where you been under a rock? It's always been. No, it hasn't been. See, where you been? Where you been? In the South? Because it hasn't always been that way. Where have you been? Like I said, I was born and raised in California, and I talked to some of my older like aunties and uncles and my mom, and we see it because my mom, she left for a while, and she moved to the South. She moved to Georgia. Then she moved back to California, so we can see it. So where you been? Tell me where you been, LaShawn. Thank you, LaShawn. Um, thank you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to tell. I wasn't trying to like offend you or anything like that. But no, it was different where I came from. And it's not always like black or white or black and white. It's just not always that. So I just had to, hey, I just got to break it down. I got to speak my truth. I know, Tyrell. I know. Isn't that crazy? That you can take the same people, same race out of another place and put them in another area and they're different. Like, I know, isn't that crazy? That is so crazy. You are so right. You're hitting on that. You're right. Yes, I am. Look, GT floppy disk. I am what I am, okay? I'm 57. I'm sorry. I mean, but thank you. I appreciate it. I do. I do appreciate it. That's why I'm drinking water, you know? So thanks. I don't have to lie to kick it. I'm telling the truth. Pretty red. Be great friends. You know, okay. If you guys say so, if you say so. But you know what? My real and true people that are on here that subscribe to my channel, you guys know who I am. They know my age, okay? They know that I'm a mature young lady, older lady, and I have grandchildren. And sometimes I have them on my channel, like you've seen them a couple of times. I have my grandson and my granddaughter. And my daughter, she won't come on here, but you know, she's a beautiful young lady, small in stature. Really, she's very intelligent. Um, we used to be very, very close. So if she's watching, we used to be very, very close. But then she got married. And I'm just saying, we were very, very close. And we used to like to kind of like do things together. But then she got married and I see her when I see her. Now I've just become the babysitter. So I'm just like, I just get to see her when she drops off my grandkids. And, you know, Tyrell, you said that my elementary school I went was predominantly Mexican, but after that, it was more diverse. Really? Okay, so, okay, let me read just on business. Um, I'm from Chicago. I'm black. I have a certain group of black friends, but most of my guys are Mexican. Yeah, the South, they stick together. You know they do, right? So, but anyways, let me go back to what Tyrell said. Yes, okay. So my elementary school, when I started elementary school, I'm trying to catch up with you guys' comments. I'm sorry. Um Thank you. Okay, so when I was going to elementary school, the first elementary school that I went to, I think in my class I was the only black girl in the classroom, and they were all white. And I went to school in Santa Ana, California. But then my parents wanted to buy a home, and they bought a home in an area. This was another area. Um, it's the area where Suge Knight, if you guys know him very well, where he went to school at. And then I went from all white to all black. And it was like kind of like a culture shock for me because when I got there, now I was being made fun of for being short because I was the shortest one in my classroom, and they had to line you up from tallest to shortest because the teacher would start at the back of the line and then go all the way up to the front. And so I would be at the back, and I was the shortest and the smallest person at the back. And I remember I started that school when I was in the fourth grade, and they would call me little person, little midget, look at the little person. And so I had to go through that, and I was being teased all the time. And so, um, and then, um, and then I had to start fighting my way for respect. So I got that. Then my parents, they didn't want me to go to the junior high school because the junior high school was bad. It was in the hood. It was really, really bad. So they had me to go back to another area, and it was mostly white there. And I had Samoan friends there, some Mexican friends, a little bit of Asian, but we got along. It was cool. Um, Everybody at the school gave all their respect to the Samoan people population because they were some big heavy hitters, right? And so we knew. I remember I got chased home by one because she stole my wallet, my OP wallet, um, and I knew she stole it and my Rubik's cube, and so I reported it. And I got chased home like every day, but I could run fast. See, I was in track, so I would run home probably about maybe a mile and a half, and then I had to go back. Someone found out we were going to school in the area that we weren't supposed to be going to school at because we didn't live in the area. So then I had to go back to Linwood High School. That's where I graduated from. And then they had bob wires around the fencing. They had the security guards at the front. They had the iron gates. You had to show your ID or you couldn't come into school. It was just all that nonsense. So, like I said, I done been around the block a couple of times. Um, Hi, Kevin. Oh, Tyrell, you said that my pops is from Texas and mother is from Alabama. They met in California. See, that's the thing. So that's the norm. So if you're my age, like if you're my age, then and you lived in California, then you were there by way of like a transplant. Like your family came from other places to California. Like your grandparents would have come from the south or from somewhere. And because during the what was it, the gold rush years during the 20s, that's when all of the black people were migrating to California. They were trying to get jobs and they were trying to get away from like slavery and unfair, politics. So they were trying to go to California. So I'm telling you, I know my history on that. You can look it up. Marco. Hi, Marco. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay, Tyrell. Yes. 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 I had some that were my friends and some that weren't. So whenever we played volleyball, like we had volleyball at our school, I always wanted to be on the team with the Samoans on there because I knew they were going to hit that ball hard. Like I knew we were going to win. So they get that ball with their hand and they would slap the ball across the net. Pow! And I knew if I was on their team, we were going to win. I already knew this. So, but like I said, I had one rough spell and it was because this young lady let me use her locker. Told me you can use my locker. Yeah, everybody uses this locker because it's close to the front. Why I put my locker, my wallet in there and my Rubik's cube? I put my. I was only in the seventh grade, you guys, but I put my wallet in there. I had my lunch money for the week and my little Rubik's cube. I had the purse and the wallet. It was OP, Ocean Pacific. That's what it was. It had the little Velcro zipper on it, and I think it was made out of like what was that? Kind of like polyester, something vinyl, something like that. I don't remember, but it had like the palm trees on there. It was really expensive back then, and somebody just stole my stuff. And I remember once I told the counselor I was getting chased home by a group of Samoans every single day for a while. So they have my respect. Oh, it says nah, you was lacking. Ain't no jest, no nice gesture if you already friends, but lesson yes, yes. I don't know. I learned. I really did learn. I'm still trying to check you guys' messages. Cali, just businesses. Cali, just a place to visit. Never wanted to stay. It was just too weird for me. Great vacation spot. And is that because you're from Chicago? Is that why? Because if you were born and raised there, you had an affinity for California. Like if you were born and raised there, it's like every time you go back to visit, I mean, you don't want to leave. And like I said, I was born and raised there. Had it not been for me remarrying, getting a divorce, and marrying again somebody that lived in Texas, I so would have left. I would have went right back to Cali. I mean, my mom did, so I wouldn't even be here today. I would be back in Cali. And I would just do it smart. Like I wouldn't like live in the highly populated areas. I would move to the outskirts. And I've been in the south, so I can do it. I can do it. So I would just move not in the highly populated area. just like in the areas that doesn't have a high population and there's not a lot going on. That's what I would do. You know, just do it smart. Tyrell, you said, I remember this Samoan family wants to play tackle football. Oh, yes. I was rough. You said I was rough, but not that rough. I know, man. I know. I remember. I don't know if you know this place, Tyrell. I don't know what part of California you were in, but I remember I worked at the Long Beach Naval Shipyard, and I was on a crew of all men. I was the only lady of 12 guys on the crew. And we used to work on warships, just ships and stuff like that. Ships. Okay, so, anyways, on my crew, I had a lot of Samoan guys on my crew. They were really cool. They were so cool. But on payday, we would have like this little potluck. And I kid you not, they would bring the whole pig, and they would put it on the fire. Like we would go like on the beach, kind of like near the shipyard. They would put it on the fire and have that cooking the whole day while we were doing our work. And then also, they taught me how to take something that I was like any kind of steak or some food that I was cooking, put it in foil, wrap it up, and put it on the hot pipes that went along the pier. And so by then, because the pipes were hot, no animals were getting to those pipes because they were really hot. A lot of steam was coming out. And so then by lunchtime, we would eat our lunch. And that's what I learned. I learned that. So, they taught me how to be just to make it, like to just do things that were a little unorthodox, but we got the job done. So, I kid you not. Hi, Tracy's. Hi, how are you doing, lady? You guys, she's good in planning. Tracy's local learnings. She's good with planning gardens and things of that nature. You can learn a lot from her. Go to her channel. Just business. You say, yeah, it's because I'm from Chicago. It was I was in the jungles with the guys. I was good, but just too different for me. Okay. Good city, great cash. Don't talk to the hood women, but I had a blast. But yeah, homesick. I get it. Hello, Michael from Ireland. How are you? Tyrell, you said the main places people from is the West Coast is Oregon, Washington, and Arizona. The main places people from the West Coast go. Yes, that's true. Okay, yes, that's true. So when I first moved from California, I moved to Arizona, to Tucson, but I couldn't get used to that either because it was kind of like a country, um, like desert, and I couldn't get used to it. It just wasn't for me. Tyrell, you said Texas kind of reminds you of California of the South in a way. Mm, no, maybe in Houston they're a little. Maybe it's because I think their population is like kind of it's different cultures and different nationalities, and maybe in Houston, but where I'm from in Dallas, they try to make it seem like they're, you know, very diverse, but it's not always. I can see it. I can see it. I can feel it. Forest, Philly. You say you and my daughter look alike. Really? Is your daughter on your page? Do you have content with your daughter on there? If you do, can you follow me so that I can see? I want to see my look-alike. Is she younger? Okay, Tyrell, you said I'm from Southern California, Cali. I was born in Long Beach. What? But raised in Compton or Colton. Colton, okay. And Moreno Valley. Okay. Okay, so when I left California, I was living in Long Beach. So I had been living there for the last 9 years. I was living there. I really liked it. I just couldn't really afford to purchase any real estate there. So, and then by then, when I left, um, you had a lot of the jobs were shifting to bilingual. So I was working at the Long Beach Naval Shipyard. Of course, the Clinton administration closed that. So all that good money that we were making, that good career that I had, it just went out the window. Hi, Dana. Is that is it Cantina? Hi, Cantina. Who else is there? Just business. Streets just in reverse as far, okay, streets just in reverse far as gangs, but Cali cool and laid back if you stay out of people's business. Yes, you are so right. You are so right. Not their customs somewhat set up. What do you mean by that? You're talking about in Cali? Is that what you're talking about, Tyrell? Rome dog. You are really best friends with Dr. Phil? Are you really? Bye, Rome dog. Bye. Let's see who else is on here because I missed some of you guys' messages. But yeah, so anyways, I've gotten accustomed to this place and used to it. And the street that I'm on now, it has a lot. We have like all United Nations on my street. We just do like on my street, and so I'm one that I like to go outside a lot because that's just what I like to do. And so I do my yard, and most of the people, for the most part, get their yard done. But I like to do my own yard. And so, as doing my yard, I would see people outside. And one of my neighbors told me one time, she says, they're looking for a block watch captain for the street. And I think you would be good for it because you're always outside. And I said, really? She goes, yeah. And I said, well, I'm not really trying to be like a block captain, but I can see. She said, well, we need a block captain. We need a block captain because we need to get that board on our street that says that we work with the police station so that it will kind of like steer away any kind of intruders or anything. So I went to the police station like they asked me to do. I went there and I got this, it was some kind of petition that I had to go to everybody on my street and get them to sign whether or not they wanted me to be the block captain. We couldn't get anybody else to do it. So I did it. So I went, I gave them my little speech, I talked to them, and everybody voted for me to be the block captain. Woohoo! Woohoo! So I did that, and then I got our sign on our street, that says that we partner up with the police department. Something else, I don't remember all the verbiage on it. And so then once I did that one, other streets, like there were two other streets that came up to me and asked me, can I do one for their street so that they could get one? So, I mean, I learned how to do this stuff and be friendly and just kind of be a chameleon from California. So I just brought it here. And for the most part, I get along with everybody on there on the street. I just kind of like mind my own business. I see them, I wave. I don't try to ask them what do they do, what are they doing, why are you doing that. I just kind of like mind my own business, and I learned that from living in California. Um, Muhammad, how are you doing, Muhammad? Hi, that girl Faith. How are you? Tyrell says, just business. Chicago shares the gang history like California. Yeah, I get it. Um, I was never in any gangs, but I have some brothers that were. I mean, they were heavily affiliated, but I never. My mom was a very strict Christian, and we couldn't do a lot of stuff. We had to we had to be in before it got dark, and we had to go to prayer meetings like a couple of times a week, and we went to a lot of church services all the time that would last like the whole day. So she kind of kept us shielded from all of the stuff that was going on in the streets. But then when she and my dad separated and my brothers lived with my dad, then they started looking over at the gangs, and they started letting the gang members be their family and raise them. So, but they learned from that. They grew out of it, and there were consequences. But now they are like some remarkable brothers that have transformed their lives and their careers and their families into like, but they still got that street smart. Don't mess with them. But I'm proud of them. You know. So let me go back to some of these other messages that I might have missed. Tyrell, you said that. I mean, just as true, Tyrell. Peace and love to all sides in California. Yes. Stacy Reed, hi, first time on your channel, and you are stunning and beautiful. Thank you. Thanks, Stacy. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Golu, I love your different look. Thank you. It's every day, every week. AO says, I like your glasses a lot. Thank you. I got these glasses from Zelo. So you can just plug in your prescription. They really need to give me some commission because I'm always advertising them. So yeah, I just got them from Zelo. Golu says, I am always seem oh, you always see my short videos and like and also comment. Thank you. Thank you so much. I comment back, right? Because I normally do. Like when you give a comment, I comment back. I respect the game. It's hard in these streets. So I do. So thank you. I appreciate you. Tyrell, you said not promote gangs, but when I was growing up, it was less commercialized and I knew some good people. Yes, in gangs and who had my back when I was young. That is true. I don't know what happens. Like they started building a corporation, right? Because when we were growing up, it wasn't like, they respected they respected your wish to not be in the gang if you didn't want to be in the gang, right? But now, as you're older, like the gangs, they're becoming like a corporation. So I don't know. And you don't really want to raise your kids in it because it's like they're just like they're rebelling more in a different type of way. So that was another reason why I wanted to take my son out of there, because I had a young son living in California, and he was really looking up to my brothers, and my brothers were a whole lot older, and so they were spiraling kind of like out of control. And my son, he really looked up to them. And I said, if I don't get him out of these streets, either gang violence will take him or, he might get killed in these streets. So I had to get him out of there. But at the time, I didn't realize that I could have just moved somewhere in the outskirts. Like, I didn't know that I didn't have to stay in Long Beach. Like, I could have moved, like back then, maybe moving to Moreno Valley or Chino or somewhere where it wasn't as populated might have been a better transition for him. But I didn't know to do that. So I moved out of state to Arizona just so I can be close enough to come back if I wanted to, but further enough to keep him from going to those areas anytime, you know. So, um, just business. You said you're a real lady, or your husband is lucky. Respect the man. Oh, thank you. Um, my husband is he is a very understanding gentleman. So, he knows that I'm on YouTube. He says, this is what he says to me. He said, I know that when you get on YouTube, he said, I know that there are going to be guys that are, you know, trying to hit on you. There's going to be guys. He said, I mean, I wouldn't expect them to do anything different. So he said, but I know at the end of the day that you are my wife. I know who I'm coming home to, and I know where you're at. So, you know, so I mean, I don't give him any reason to think that I'm out here in these streets and not being right, not doing right by him. So I don't know. I just like YouTube because it's a form of entertainment, and I meet a lot of people. But that's it, guys. I just like just being on YouTube, just to, and I like what I like about YouTube is that there aren't any DMs. Like when I was on TikTok, all the DMs, like it was so disrespectful because you got people on there coming onto your DMs and they're saying things to you that are just like you asked them to come into your DM and they're like, I remember somebody was like trying, a couple of people asking me if I could be their sugar baby. And I was like, what's a sugar baby? You know, what is a sugar? And so I guess they were like sugar daddies and they wanted to, you know, so I mean it was just a lot of that. So YouTube, I like YouTube because it's a lot more controlled and it's more of a family channel. Um Artist Dudley, you said that chicken. Oh gosh, what? Bye artist. Bye. I think you were on here acting up earlier, right? And we had to report you, right? So we got to get you off of here because I think you're like, yes. Let me go on and get you off of here. Bye. I'm sorry, artist, because I think you were put in timeout earlier, but you just keep coming back. So goodbye. I'm gonna just have to report you. I'm sorry. Let's see. Okay, got you out of here. Bye bye. Um, let's see. The Big Dice Chronicles. I will go to church faithfully for a woman. Oh, you know what? They're not. They're. You know. You just have to. Just gotta pray for your wife. You gotta pray. You know what I mean? You just gotta pray. And sometimes there's people out here that are just trying to look for opportunities that they can take advantage of, and you have to be mindful of that. You know, you always want a woman that's gonna be independent, that can hold her own, that is financially blessed so that she's not always dependent upon you. And likewise for ladies, you want a guy that's financially blessed, first, God fearing, that loves his kids, that loves his mom, that's respectful, that can hold a job, that has good credit. You know, those are the type of people that you want to look for in your corner. I didn't always think this way, but as I've gotten older and more mature, I've learned that those are the qualities that you need to look for in a mate. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. I'm gonna read a couple of the comments, but I've been on here too long because I'm usually only on here for an hour, just 1 hour. I have a couple of mods on here and they have my back every single time. And so I don't want to be on here too long. And I've been on here an hour and 34 minutes. So I'm going to kind of like scale it down. I'm going to try to read some of the comments and then I'm going to go on and tell you guys bye. And I'll see you the next time. Celine. Hi, Celine. Um, let's see. It says, you said, forget, forget that member. You didn't walk on those old folks' grass. They don't listen to the morals of gang life. It's more than just throwing a sign. That's true. You are so right. These kids, yes, these kids clown these days. That's right. You are so right. Um, well, guys, I am so behind in all the comments and I couldn't keep up. So I'm so sorry. Peace to you guys. Um, Jess, you said peace to a queen. You and your husband just gonna just be fine. God got y'all. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I do. And again, I appreciate you guys for coming to my live. Thank you for liking my live. Thank you for being here. And I'm going to say bye for right now, but not bye forever. I will see you next time. God bless you and God keep you. Bye-bye.